I hope you had fun with that challenge, but I also want to say don't be discouraged if this is your first time and you found it a little difficult. What I'd like to do is show you one approach to solving this. Again, this is my approach and it might look a little different than yours. The first thing that I would do would be to declare my variables. There's quite a few in this program. Let's make them doubles. And I'm going to start by declaring the width for the house. I'm going to make it W, the length L, and the height H. Next, I'm going to take care of my windows. Again, I use double. We'll call it num_win to represent the number of windows. And I need to know the window width and the window height. We need to do the same thing with the doors. Double num doors, door width, and door height. Because we don't need paint for the doors or the windows. So when we calculate our final surface area, we're going to subtract these values. Remember, our goal is to find the total surface area that needs to be painted. So I am going to go ahead and add another variable that will represent the surface area. We want to make this program reusable. So we want to be able to ask the user for all the values so we can calculate the surface area for many different types of houses. Let's go ahead and add on line 5 our scanner class so that we can ask the user to enter the values. Import java.util.scanner. Okay, now I'm ready to fill in my values. I'm going to do a system.out.println, and I am going to ask the user to please enter the width, length, and height of the house to be painted. Okay, and I'm going to read those values in. So W is equal to in dot next double. L is equal to in dot next double. And H is equal to in dot next double. You can see that I forgot to define my variable in. So let's go back and do that next. Scanner in equals new scanner parentheses system.in. This allows me to read data from the user. Okay, next we'll ask the user to enter in the number of windows and the width and height of a sample window. We're going to assume that all the windows are standard and have the same size. Okay, we read those values in to our num_win, which equals in dot next double. Then we have win width and win height. We're going to do the same thing for the doors. And we'll read them in to the door variables. Num doors is equal to in dot next double. Door width is equal to in dot next double. And door height is equal to in dot next double. Okay, we have all the information we need. Now we need to figure out what the calculation looks like to calculate the total surface area. So I'm going to go ahead and start by defining surface area and set it equal to. We want to first calculate the total area of the house, and then we'll subtract out the surface area of the windows and doors. So I'm going to use parentheses, and I'm going to take the width of the house times the height of the house times 2. This will represent the two sides of the house. I want to add to that the length of the house times the height of the house times 2. The times 2 is because we have a front and back and two sides. Okay, now once I get that calculation done, now I want to subtract the surface area of the windows and doors. So this is going to look like this. I take the number of windows times the window width times the window height. I'm going to add to that the number of doors times the door width times the door height. Now, just a refresher, the order of operations would take care of a lot of this, but it's really clear if you use parentheses to indicate that I want to calculate the total surface area of the house first and then subtract out the surface area of the windows and doors. Now that I've calculated the surface area, I want to print this back out to tell my user so they can figure out how much paint they're going to need. Okay, we're not done yet. One of the most important things in programming is testing the code that you wrote. At this point, I don't have any syntax errors, and I hope I don't have any logic errors, but let's give it a try and test it out. Okay, we want to enter the width, the length, and the height of our house. So if our house has a width of 20 feet, and it has a length of 40 feet and a height of 20 feet. Now I need to provide it with the number of windows. So let's say we have 5 windows, and each window is 3 feet wide by 4 feet high. And finally, I need to tell it how many doors. We're just going to have a front and back door. So we'll do 2 doors, and the doors are 3 feet wide, and let's make them 7 feet tall. The total paintable surface area is 2,298 square feet. Okay, well, again, I hope you enjoyed this challenge and were able to come up with a good solution. A copy of my solution is also available in the exercise files.